Back on Radio Row, and delighted to say they're joining us now from the New York Giants, linebacker Bobby, as I've just learned to say properly, Okereke.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you here, man. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm blessed. It's a great atmosphere here. I'm excited to be on the show.
We were discussing it's that Nigerian connection, right?
Yep.
The British connection with that as well. We've got FA, we've got OC, obviously,
yep.
and all
yes.
the things they do with NFL Africa. So, like, before we get into that side of football, how excited are you with all the things that they are doing with NFL Africa and what those guys are trying to achieve?
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. I was at the NFL Africa camp last year in Lagos and did a lot. I was there with Kayvon, David Njoku, Jackson and Jigba Smith, and really to see the excitement in Nigeria of the game of flag football in general. The kids there, so much untapped potential. So I'm doing a lot of great work with OC to, build the community there, give those guys the resources and the opportunity they need. Ahead of the 2028 Olympics.
It's amazing that when you speak to OC about that, like OC's an orator, right? You ask him about a story and he'll give you a great answer, but he's not actually a guy who loves doing the media stuff. But you talk to him about NFL Africa and he won't shut up for the next 45 minutes, and it's all inspiring, exciting, like just brilliant stuff.
For real. I mean, it's synergistic work. It's fun. It's exciting, it's fulfilling because it's charity work in a sense, and it's bringing us back to our roots, to our community. So there's a lot of buckets it's filling.
Love it. How do you assess how this season went in New York?
It was tough. 3-14, not the season we wanted. A lot of adversity that we had to fight through. But there are a lot of bright spots. Brian Burns came in, was a very dynamic player for us. A lot of TFLs. His pass rush win rate was great. And we had a lot of great young players play really well. Tyrone Tracy, obviously Malik Neighbors being a Pro Bowl in his first year. He's a great leader for us. Drew Phillips, Darius Muasawa, Theo Johnson, the list goes on. So there's a lot to be excited about for the Giants going into 2025.
You add to that the high pick, the trying to solve what's going on at the quarterback position. It feels like a team who can be on the cusp of being something good, but then I kind of talk myself into that with a lot of teams. I go, well, Jacksonville have got this guy, and I'm like, so. What Washington have showed us this last year, and not to heap praise on a division rival, but that you can go from a 3-4 win team to being a playoff team. And I think that's one of the real joyous things about the NFL.
100%. I mean, obviously, Jaden Daniels, what he did this year was extremely impressive. But Dan Quinn, that front office, to see the way they built that roster with veterans like Austin Eckler, Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu. That's the model we're chasing. We have a lot of great veteran leadership on the Giants. And, if we get some continuity around that quarterback position, we will surprise a lot of people.
You excited to have Coach Daboll back, have Joe Schemo, have the whole team back coming in? Because I think that was the speculation, right? There was going to be big change, and yet they've decided to give them another shot. Yeah,
extremely excited. Brian Daboll's a hell of a head coach. He's extremely competitive, and he's got a winner's mentality. And Joe Shane and those guys in the front office, they're as smart as they come. So I believe we're in great hands, with the Mara family, and we're ready to just win some games.
Obviously, you're going to say that, but I do believe it, because when you talk to any Giants, like off the record, on the record, they go to bat for
real.
Daboll.
No, I love Dave's. When I first came in, we would play Madden in the team meeting rooms, and that was just the epitome of the competitive juice. We're competing at practice. We're competing on the ping pong table. It's just competition, and we all believe that competition breeds excellence.
You talked a bit about Brian Burns. The other guy I wanted to ask about on that line is Dexter Lawrence. How fun is it playing behind him?
It's incredible. It makes my job a lot easier because if you don't double and triple team him, he's going to wreck the game. So with 2 or 3 guys focused on him, I get to fly around and make big plays.
Now, a guy that you know well from both teammate and now rival playing this weekend, Saquon Barkley. You obviously know how great he is.
Yeah.
Did it in any way catch you by surprise that he had this level of season in him, though, 2,000-plus yards, breaking so many records?
No. Just because of, how that Eagles roster is built. Shout out Nick Sirianni. He was the offense coordinator when I was on the Colts. So, he does a great job getting people excited. He's built a great team. The offensive line is obviously one of the best in the NFL. And then you put Saquon Barkley in that position, and he's only going to flourish.
How hard is he to tackle if you end up 1-on-1 in the open field?
Yeah, he's extremely difficult. He can make you miss. He can stop on a dime. I think everybody saw him hurdle someone backwards. He's got about every move in the book that you could want. So He's an extremely special player, and I'm happy for him.
What people didn't see was Bobby under the table when he said every play in the book. It's that Madden thing.
He's got the up, down, right trigger, RB. He's got every button in the book.
He's not only got every button in the book. He's put a button in the book because they took that move and they made it something you can do in Madden now.
He's a generational player, and I'm excited that he's shining.
I know divisional rival and everything, like you can't be rooting openly for the Eagles, but I think a lot of people we talk to, they don't want anyone to win the game, but they root for guys.
100%.
Is that, are you rooting for Saquon this weekend?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Saquon. I got some good buddies. You know, Dallas Goedert, I'd love to see him see some success. Justin Reed, my Stanford buddy, he's already got 2 Super Bowls. If he gets a third, you know, he's got that much more bragging rights on me. So, you know, it'll be a great game. I'm excited for the competition.
How do you approach the offseason now?
Rehab. I herniated a disc in my back, and Thanksgiving finished the season on IR for 3 weeks. So I'm feeling great now. I'm doing a lot of Pilates. I'm doing a lot of different therapies, from acupuncture to regenerative stuff. So really just honing in on my body. You know, year 6, just finished year 6, I'm 28. Hopefully I got another 6 or 7 ahead of me. Played till I'm 34, 35. So I'm extremely excited.
Have those rehabbing, those things changed even in the short time you've been in the league? 'Cause it does feel like you talk to guys now and there are 1,000 new things that people are doing instead of just, you know, rest and wait, which is what it felt like it used to be.
100%. I mean, yeah, back when we were in, you know, college was rest, compression, elevation, all that stuff. And, you know, you get to the league and everyone's talking about, you know, the cold plunge and getting in the sauna. And now it's, you know, biohacking is the wave. From red light therapy to infrared saunas to electromagnetic therapy to sound therapy. You know, really people are pushing the boundaries and pushing the edge on performance enhancing.
And I do want to ask about the other side of the ball. You mentioned him briefly earlier, Malik Neighbors. We had Darius Slayton on the red carpet last night. We had Malik briefly as well. Malik seems like a very just kind of humble guy, not somebody who's like. I think we have this idea, and maybe it comes from, you know, Odell Beckham or, you know, so many of the great Terrell Owens, like all these amazing receivers who do all this wild stuff, that we have the idea they're going to be a big, wild personality as well. But he seems like quite a kind of just laid-back, calm guy. Is that the guy you know from around the locker room? Yeah,
he's a laid-back, calm guy. He's quiet. He's not shy. Okay. You know, if you get him to open up, he's a very smart guy. He's opinionated. Yeah, and he's a winner. He knows what it takes to win, and I'm very happy that he stepped up in a leadership role and a vocal leadership role his rookie year, because we definitely need it, and he's going to be a big part of our success going forward.
And how wild is just how good he is?
It's incredible. To see the plays he makes in game, in practice, he's a true technician. He's a master of his craft, and it's an art really watching him play football.
I love that. Look, Bobby, really appreciate you taking time to come out and chat with us. You've been here around Radio Row for a couple of days. You enjoying yourself?
Yes, sir, I am. I was here on Tuesday with Bounty. Now I'm here with Prince Street Pizza. In my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, the best pizza in New York City. So if you're ever out there, you got to try it.
Hey, there are a lot of Brits travel out, and a lot of Giants fans, a few Jets fans as well, looking over at the producing desk. It's New York teams are great to root for if you're from the UK, right? Short flight, great city, like great vibes. We just need to now turn that 3 wins into 13 wins.
Let's do
it. Commanders, right?
Yeah, we're on the train. We're on the right path. Let's do it.
Love that. Thank you so much for your time, Bobby.
Yeah,
really
pleasure,
it.
brother. Great to meet you.
And you, man.
Yes, sir.